Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's been a little while. It's been a little while. I go by the name of Chili, and welcome to another stream. Yeah, we don't get to do these often, but I like the time I get to do them. Right? Because some people are able to stream Monday to Friday, 4 or 5 times a week. For me, it's whenever I get free time or whenever a topic feels a little bit more like it needs to be expanded upon. Let's go like that. And it's the morning and everybody needs coffee. I'm no exception. Colombian? Anyway, so what I want to talk about is, well, okay, let me get to how I got to this topic. So Street Fighter 6 has just come out. New game on the block. Everybody's trying it left and right. Except me, because I don't have enough money for a PS5 yet. So my boy gets the game. Loves it. He's been playing World Tour. Like, he used to be into Street Fighter. He stopped because he didn't like how, I guess, technical it started to become. Right? But he picks up Street Fighter 6, starts playing it like crazy, loves it. So maybe about 2 weeks, no, two, it's been out for 2 weeks. So maybe about 2 days ago, we have a group chat with a bunch of our friends from high school. And he tells me that, or like I start bringing it up, like, oh, yo, I like the game. Like, how are you feeling it? Like, is it dope? Like, what? Like, talk to me. What do you like? He's telling me, like, he's feeling it. He likes online. He mostly plays World Tour. And then he put one more message right after. Actually, let me grab my phone. Okay. Game's dope. Straight up, I should never have left Street Fighter, period. But in all honesty, man, I keep losing and I'm tired of it. So I'm just gonna play World Tour. I'm just gonna play World Tour. And I found that kind of funny. So I was like, you know what? I need a topic to talk about. Let's talk about losing, or overcoming failure, is how I like to put it. Now, for the majority out there, a lot of people believe that losing is the exact same as failing, and it could not be any more wrong, right? Failing is not the same. Failing is not the same. I feel failing is when you are trying to do something without an intent to grow, or without a purpose, right? So playing a game, you are not actively trying to get better. You're just there to be there. I think in essence, that's what failing is, or what failing could be. Now, when you lose a game, that's a different story, right? When you lose a game for whatever reason, you know, like my teammates suck, or I don't know, the wind indoors was really blowing my controller, or I don't know, whatever it was. That a loss can still, you can still grow from losing, right? Everybody knows this. This is not something that's new, but I feel a lot of people forget when it's, especially if you're a new player, and especially when it comes to a genre you're not familiar with. It becomes a little bit more apparent. And I know everybody has their own opinions on it, but my 2 cents on the matter is that as long as you are playing to try and get better and to try and progress, you are not failing. You will keep improving at fighting games as long as there's a reason why you're doing it, right? I don't know, because we tag on this, like we tag on fear of losing to just, I don't want to play anymore because I hate losing. Losing means, I'm that person is better than me and I don't like that. I mean, it's also not the best feeling when you're playing online and the game reinforces it by like saying in big bold letters, you lose at the end of the match, right? As if it can't add any more insult to injury. But I think the fear of trying is what will make you lose, right? Let me expand. When you're playing a game, any game, fighting game, whatever it may be, right? You are going to make mistakes. The idea is to make mistakes so that when you press, or like when you find a new opponent or you start pressing other buttons, that you have learned from the previous match what to do or what not to do, right? Normal, right? Basketball game, if I'm sitting at the free throw line and I don't tuck my elbow and the shot doesn't go in, oh, maybe I should start tucking my elbow. Small things. We make small adjustments. But I think in fighting games, when you're playing an opponent and you're just afraid to lose, that changes the innate way you're going to tackle a situation. So some people will just sit there, be like, oh, I don't want to press anything because I know the person on the other side is going to punish me or is going to hit me and then I'm going to lose. All right. So it's that fear of losing is what can put you in that zone of failure, if that makes sense. Man, it might not, but that's the idea that I want to convey, right? And for my boy, like I gave him a little bit of advice. I mean, there's only so much you can give to where they want to put in the time to improve, right? And I can tell that he wants to get better at online because he's a very competitive dude, loves playing like games like COD, huge into Dota, loves Dota, right? I do too, but not anymore. But yeah, like I know he will get back into that zone of play, but I think it takes a little bit more time. And I think the fear of him losing is what's stopping him from going forward. Like a lot of the times we get caught up on like, especially like shooters, actually no, it's any game to be honest, like we get caught up in this win-loss ratio kind of thing, right? Like we have to have like this amazing like win-loss or like this insane KDR just to like validate your growth, or like I guess it's a tangible number to show your progression. And that can't always be the case. You can't look at it stats wise, right? Like, it's not a math class. This is not like you're not a business venture where numbers are the hard definitive. It's not in a lot of aspects actually. But another thing I was telling him too is that he's well, this is before. He also didn't want to play in ranked because he didn't want to worsen his stature, right? And to be honest, in my opinion, these are just literally like invisible numbers. Like I don't care if my rank starts plummeting. Like it sucks because now I know I'm in a box with, or I'm in a boat with other players that are not at my skill level. I know I'm better than this, but some people put them, or put this this number and associate it with how good they are as a player overall. And that's where I think failure and losing, that's where I think they start to diverge. They start to take different paths. I don't know. Because, okay, let's say you are new to fighting games, right? And you are losing consistently. Like, I mean, all the time, right? Every match you go online, you play, you maybe run, I don't know, 6 or 7 matches in your session, and all of them are L's, right? But the question always remains is that what are you doing to improve from the previous fight? If frustration and saltiness are what's kicking in, is what's getting at you, then that's where things get a little bit scary. That's where it gets a little scary. Even using Dota for example, like elo, it doesn't mean shit. It means nothing, right? Yeah, you'll get put in the same boat with other people at your skill, but a lot of the time with certain games is your friends or the teammates you are with are carrying you to that skill level, which you might not necessarily be ready for, right? So at least in a fighting game, you know that because I was able to beat these guys, or I was able to progress myself through this rank, like now I can get to the next tier. But the funny thing is, once you get to the next tier, you might see like, oh my god, these guys are destroying me. I'm freaking terrible, and my fireball, sure you can heavy sweep strategy is starting to crumble and fall apart. So I guess what I was trying to say for that is that do not get roped into the tangible numbers, or the like these invisible points, right? Because again, they are not going to mean anything if when you get to a certain rank and you are or your knowledge is expected to be at a particular height and you were skating by on the bare minimum. That's the way I like to see it. All right. Now, what I wanted to talk about also, or like I guess to expand upon on the other topic, was if you are playing, actually, hold on, how am I going to say this? If you are trying to improve, right? So yeah, you're losing, but you're trying to improve, right? And you know that your personal progression is what's going to get you to the next stage, or past this wall. Now it's going to come down to your actual play, your actual strategy, right? If you know, like if you're anybody into sports and you're a high level basketball player, you know the difference between a D1 and a D2 player, right? You know that, yeah, your team can be amazing, but if you as an individual aren't, like if your skill isn't where it's supposed to be, once you get to that next stage, the holes in your game will be like, you'll crumble, you'll fall apart super quick, right? Oh my god. Or like anything really, if you're younger, you go from high school sports to college sports, you'll find that, oh my god, I used to be a starter, and then now I barely make it off the bench, or I'm first guy off the bench, right? But you may be the star in your high school team, which I find very humbling. But some people don't see it that way. They see themselves as as I've like our team was Division 1 champs, we would never lose. I should be starting. Listen, man, your skill may not be at the same level as some of the other people around you, right? So like I said, playing it safe is not always what's gonna help get you or what's gonna help you improve. So I guess another thing that I want to convey to him, and this headphone's making my head itchy. I'm gonna take out these braids soon, just need them to last me another week. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream, but it's like, it's splintering out. In person, it's more visible, but my crappy webcam is not. It's kind of over here. Kind of. Oh. So, how to improve even if you're not winning? To be honest, playing it safe. So a lot of people will try to, what I mean by play it safe is they will stick to strategies they know are a little bit more proven for them, or they're more comfortable with, but it might not get them to that next stage, right? Like your game plan may have been fireball. If they jump, sure you can. If they're close to me, heavy sweep. But anybody that's seen that strategy, they'll jump over the fire. They'll neutral jump over the fireball. They'll inch walk, because as soon as you hit the sweep and you miss it, they counter with their own sweep, and then now they're in, right? Like playing it safe, or having that safe kind of play in fighting games is going to leave you stifled in terms of growth, right? It's going to hinder you from getting better. Not to say that you have to go in there and then just mash buttons and go crazy. That's not the case, right? But knowing what works for you and trying to work within that scope, just one or two things. So let's say you're playing a match and you're really good at zoning, right? Like, but for some reason you can't close out the match. Like for the first half, you've gotten this person's bar down to half. You're like, man, I'm killing it. And then all of a sudden they figure it out and they destroy you. Learning how to change that gameplay in the middle. So let's say like you're just throwing fireballs and you're sure you can, and then all of a sudden they start catching on to it. Like, oh, okay, let me try and start throwing EX fireballs, or let me try and start giving, or let me try and stop the fireball game, hit him with a 1-2. I'm gonna back up to full screen, and then I'll just do my fireballs again, right? Being able to change up your game plan, or adding tools to your kit, that's what's going to help. That's what's going to make it so that your growth isn't just like staggered, right? Like even when it comes to like so let's go, I don't know, I like Dota a lot. I played that shit since I was maybe 15. Oh man, it'd be almost like 15 years. I haven't played a match in a while. But let's go back to Dota, like the example I was saying. If you're a top laner and you've just been playing or just been running in the top lane, and you don't help your teammates, right? Like here, like an example I remember is that there's a dude playing with us, new guy. He was in the top lane. He was just, all he did was farm. Usually if you're a top laner, your main goal is to kill creeps, get gold, get strong, and then help the team. But for the longest time, this person was doing that same routine over and over and over again, almost to the point where that strategy was long gone. Like, we don't need to farm like that anymore. We need help when we fight as a team. Like, we need to fight as a collective. But this person didn't see it like that. He kept farming. He kept farming. If a match takes, let's say a match takes about an hour, right? Sometimes that's a little long. The match takes up about an hour. He's doing this farming for 45 minutes, right? Majority of the game, we don't see him. We just see him at the top lane, just killing creeps, getting some items, but just killing creeps. And then at one point, like, all these big team fights start to go down, and when he finally does help us, we win maybe one or two fights, but by that point we are so under, like, our strength is so low, like our collective gold is like in the toilet. We just don't have enough resources, and the rest of us just start getting steamrolled because we lacked the manpower in those other team fights, right? Like in hockey, if you have somebody in the penalty box, right, regardless if you are the better team, who do you think is going to win that exchange, right? They're down one extra player, so obviously the team with more people is going to progress, or they're going to have an advantage. It's the same thing in any other game. Constantly playing so what I'm trying to get is constantly playing it safe, right? Or just sticking to that strategy without the urge or the need to adapt or to grow. You are going to stifle yourself hard, right? And in that game, you have teammates relying on you. So yes, you progress, but us as a team, we were not able to get to the point where we needed to be, and then that's how we got steamrolled. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff I gotta clean up, man. But yeah, like I was saying, so with that Dota example, not helping or like not taking risk with anything, that's what's going to leave you. That's what's going to put, your knowledge is going to present itself, or lack of knowledge is going to present itself. Another thing too, back on that, like the tangible, back on the like the tangible numbers thing, or the invisible points thing. So I remember when Street Fighter 4, this is a while back, PS3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm complaining about a PS5. Oh my god, I'm old, yo. So back when Street Fighter 4 had just came out, right? This is the floodgates of the new generation. Like, the insurgence was just like, everybody was getting PS3s and Street Fighter 4s left and right. People I knew that weren't playing fighting games were like, I gotta play a fighting game. A lot of those guys, even some of the people I knew, it was funny at the time, but now that I think about it, I'm like, we were kind of scummy. Or some of them, I didn't do it, but let me elaborate. A lot of the times in the new fighting game, you're gonna get people that are so obsessed with the numbers or the points on their account that you're gonna get people that just DC, right? And by DC, I mean they're playing the game, you are winning, or you're destroying them so hard that they go all the way to their console and they just pull the cable, right? They pull the cable, the match is unregistered, connection lost, there's no loss on their end, and there's no loss on your end. Yeah, seems harmless, right? But for those guys, now they have to, after they've pulled the cord, now they have to plug it back in, wait for the console to get connection again, boot up the game, go back online. It's so much work. It's so much work. And the people that do that, like, they're so proud of their win-loss ratio. Like, they're proud of it. It's like it's a badge of honor. Like, oh man, I've played. Or like, I have like 30 wins and 2 losses. And I'm like, bro, the game's been out for like 5 weeks. How do you only have 30 games? Your ratio is great, but that means you barely got to play, as opposed to some of the, like, the average people, they'll probably have like 300 games. Yeah. Right? So it always comes down to what you really are looking for in terms of growth, or like what you're looking for in terms of success, right? Because that person, yeah, they played 30 games, right? 30 registered matches, but if they are only concerned with the numbers, like their sessions are probably half of the time in the loading screen or booting back up the console, which is just, I don't know, it's not for me, right? A loss is a loss. I know from personal experience, when we were on when I was by my basketball team, we lost a lot, right? We lost a lot, but what's funny is that the season following, so if we lost, like, let's say our grade 9 year, in grade 9, our grade 10 year, oh man, we were crushing it. Most of us were the same players. I'm like, or whenever we came across a team, I'm like, I remember that guy, I'm just gonna guard him on his left side. We would crush those guys. Like, it was almost it was the most unchristian thing I've ever seen. But yeah, again, if they've only played, or if their goal is to have this great win-loss ratio, you're not really getting any better, right? With the little amount of matches that you have, once you break that threshold of like to the next rank, you are severely underexperienced. Personally, you are underexperienced. And I've always found that funny. And my boys used to do it back in the day. It was funny at the time, right? Because I'm just sitting there, like, we don't always run matches because the skill is not, compared to all of us, the skill wasn't there. Like, I was still running up and down arcades or going to some of the universities and then just playing the console locals. When I would see them playing online, they'll run a match, play, and I was like, oh my god, you think you're gonna win? Nope. Just pull the cord. Like, no remorse. Like, wasn't even resentful at all. Like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't do that. We had a good laugh. Plugs it back in, and I'm like, so we gotta wait for your internet to kick back in. He's like, yep. Oh my god. Oh man. And then what's funny is that later on he would come to just quit the game because he makes it out of bronze rank. What was Street Fighter before? I can't remember. It either it was ranks or it was the battle points. I think it was the battle points. And he made it to the next tier, and every time he just lost. And it, like, he would just losing, pull the cord, and he wouldn't be able to get a 1-up on the opponent. Because I'm like, bro, you haven't really learned any matchups. You just implement your safe strategy and hope you come across an opponent that is inexperienced or have never seen this. But at this rank, everybody's seen it. That's why they're at that rank. Oh man, you gotta love your boys. I love them. Funny guys. But yeah, So another thing too, that if you're seeing growth or you're not seeing growth, you should look at it like everybody always says small goals, right? And it's true. It's a good way to look at it. Baby steps are the easiest way for you to get into long strides. That was my chair. But sometimes it's hard to see that when you keep losing, right? When you keep getting hammered, when your morale is in the toilet, I think it's easier to see it right after the match. Like, don't even get frustrated and just mash like, yo, I gotta beat this guy, As soon as the match is over, regardless if it's a win or a loss, literally say one or two things that you thought went well, right? So a lot of the time, like, as soon as the match was over, I would get into the game, or as soon as the match was over, I take like that 5 or 10 seconds and be like, damn, lost the whole match. But at least I stopped that throw loop he was doing on me like the whole round, right? Or I was able to tech a couple of the throws and figure out a strategy until he changed it up, right? Or like, damn it, I lost my match, but at least I was able to zone him out or implement my strategy for a good half of the match, right? And that's a win, right? It's not a tangible number. Like, you can't, like, the game's not going to be like, good job zoning for 30 seconds. It's not going to give you that kind of pat on the back, but that's something you have to look at, right? Or, oh, I was able to do my crouch, or I was able to do my crouching medium kick into fireball cancel 3 times, right? As opposed to the one time that I was able to do it in like 3 matches before. I think small goals, or looking at it in that aspect, that's how you're going to get improvement. And it's going to be pretty, you're going to see how fast you progress because it's going to be pretty apparent. I know, it's not a tangible number, right? You can't show it to your friends or even go into your stats and the game is going to be like, wow, you've zoned properly, or you zoned out your opponent properly for 30 minutes total. It's not going to give you those rewards. And it sucks. It sucks that it doesn't. But I think if you look at it in that aspect, if you look at it the way I'm trying to convey, you're going to see progress. And when you get from bronze to super bronze to silver rank, especially amongst your friends, I'm pretty sure you're going to see every piece of crappy tech that they have to offer. Stay the course. Trust the process. You're going to improve. Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is Street Fighter 6. New kid on the block. Biggest game to come out since, I don't fucking know, Strive, maybe? I don't know another game that sold like 1 million copies. And what's funny is I don't have a PS5. My responsibilities in life have asked me to put a lot of my gaming on hold. And it's not that I'm resentful for it, because I have a family, right? I'm a family man. I've taken the guile path and I'm happy for it, right? But my wife, she sees how much it affects me. Like, I'm not walking around the house depressed like, man, I wish I had a PS5, man. That's not how I'm carrying myself. But she sees when a new big game comes out and I don't have the PS5, he's like, oh, why don't you get it? I'm like, you know what? I will get the PS5, Street Fighter 5. I'll get the next generation when I know we are eating well. Right now we're eating okay. I'm all right with it. We're not living paycheck to paycheck. We're doing okay. But I want to make sure that that my team is eating good. So then when I'm playing the game, Or like when I buy that PS5 and I'm playing my games, that shit gonna feel like ice cream. That's what I want. That's my goal. That's why I haven't gotten a PS5 yet. I probably might get one at Costco. Man, everything is at Costco now. God damn. Oh. But I like doing the streams this way. Something in the morning. Let me talk about a topic that I haven't seen too much on here. And I want to throw in my 2 cents. And if you guys have any insight, or if I've overlooked a topic or under explained something, shout me out, man. I'm here to grow. I'm here to grow, and the only way I can do that is with genuine people. But yeah, I want us to eat good. That's what I'm trying to get at. I want us to eat good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fire up Street Fighter 5. Oh man. Gotta fire up Street Fighter 5. Where is my cat? There we go. Damn. Logged out. Come on. Yeah, so one thing I've been reading on Reddit, or I'm reading online about a lot. Oh, I think I turned off the game. Hold on. Yeah, I have to close the game. My PlayStation does this weird thing. Hold on. Please hold. All right, so we did that. Okay. So what I also found out about Street Fighter 5, or okay, with the new release of Street Fighter 5, one big thing with the new release of Street Fighter 6. Oh man, I'm terrible. The new release of Street Fighter 6, I was able to realize that Street Fighter 5 is dead. Like, not even kind of like, oh, you can kind of play it online, or there's some people. Nope. Maybe might take me like 20 minutes to find a match. If it takes that long, we're gonna find a new game. But yeah. The reason I'm playing on thanks to the new release of Street Fighter 6, the fun thing I found about Street Fighter 5 is it's dead. Why? And then now we gotta wait for the loading. And another thing too. Oh, my family's messaging me. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so one thing I want to do in terms of if like the first thing I want to do when I'm playing Street Fighter 6, I want to learn Jamie. He looks pretty dope. Everybody is saying like, there's a lot of week 1 or week 2 tier list. Everybody is saying that Jamie, because because he the dogs are barking. Nobody let them out. Um, because they're saying that he has access to certain moves after he drinks, it's a little bit jarring because if you, let's say like you're trying to do a move or trying to press a button, but he's not at that drunken level yet. This sounds really ridiculous when I say it out loud. And he's not at that drunken level that it gets annoying because you forget, or it's hard to keep track of what drunkenness he's in to utilize his drunken self. Oh my god, terrible. Oop. Oh, okay. All right. So, nice. Yeah. Me and Zeku. And I feel like I've played Zeku. I didn't really play any characters like Gen back in Street Fighter 4 because he was a bit too complicated. But for some reason, I feel so much more comfortable with Zeku. I think it's because he just looks cooler, right? And like it, one thing I've always said: if it looks good, just play it. Right? He looks good. He feels good. Just play it. Don't even be afraid. Be a little afraid, but don't be too afraid. But yeah, all right. Oop, wrong button. Let's see who's online. This is probably gonna go really great or really terrible, but it's okay. Matchmaking request on. Let's just do casual match too. Always ask for consent, guys. Always ask for consent. I don't care what it is. Ask for consent. Another thing too, where I am, it's the morning, so we might not have a lot of players. Yeah, casual. Oh, and a full bar. Yo, I always used to make fun of those kids that never had a newer console when the new console would come out. So like oh man, you still got a Xbox? Yo, the Xbox 360's out. Man, I was such a degenerate. And now look at me, man. I'm here, my PS5 or PS4. So butthurt, I don't have a PS5. Karma, man, it comes full circle. Comes full circle. Oh man, this guy's Canadian. I am too, but I put myself as American. You wanna know why? Um, Again, back in Street Fighter 4, if your flag was not American, North American players would not want to play you because they knew the distance of. Oh god. Oh, the connection's terrible. Pick throws me. Come on, Jackie. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, into switch. He's gonna Shoryuken again. Oh no. Oh. Alright. Shoryuken. Oh, no. Gonna jump in on me. Gonna try to do this, the kick. Watch. Gonna do it from like there. I think I caught it. I don't think I caught it properly, but I think he was trying to press something right after. Damn, man, I can't believe I'm playing Street Fighter. Oh, overjumped it. Okay. Oh. Oh, come on. Take throw. Get this. I forgot what the super was. It's been so long. Let's go. Oh shit. Got the fireballs. Oh. Oh god, I suck. Throw. Oh, you're done. Don't do that, man. I totally forgot what the super was. I think it's double quarter circle back and the punches. Or is it kick? It's been so long. But yeah. That's pretty much what the gist of it is. And then what another thing too that kind of gets to me a little bit is the longer you wait, like as the generation goes by, the more games are gonna come out that you just want to play, right? Oh, okay. Got a better Norma than me. Gonna jump. Oh. Into Shoryuken. Nice. Okay. Fireball. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh. Oh my god. Check me. Check me. Stop. There we go. Oh, we tried to do something. Oh, fuck. Sure you can. Try to do something. Ooh. Oh, I like it. I like it. Now we got ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what the heck? It's a throw. Oh. Damn, I don't know if you guys saw that. You saw that huge stutter? Oh, I had a feeling. Oh, yeah, does not care. Oh god. Oh god. Get me into those throw loops again. Oh jeez. Gotcha. That's what about spacing. He's good. He's good. He's good. I like him. I like him. Got him a little bit out of practice. Oh jeez. Into super. There we go. So it's back, and then the punches. Oh no, the kick. Sorry. Gotcha. It's a switch. Alpha into super. Oh, it sucks. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. It wouldn't have killed or anything, but he might have been in a better. I think it would have left me in the corner too. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I'm sorry. Ah, man. Okay, one more match and then we'll see where the chips fall. But yeah, I feel a little bit left out. I think another topic I wanted to talk about is fear of missing out, right? It wasn't that apparent when I was younger, like when Street Fighter 4 came out, but it hits me more and more the older I get because yeah, you have responsibilities, certain things have to take priority, or things are a bit more have more precedence than anything else. Yo, so it's only been player matches. We haven't really found anything ranked. Damn, everybody's putting their points and their rankness on Street Fighter 6. God. Watch, when I get the game and I get Jamie, holy. And he's a handsome dude, man. I wish I looked like that. Oh, man. And a birdie? Oh, he does it this. A little bit extra, I'm not gonna lie. And, yo, I don't really know what flag that is because I'm so ignorant and I was never really good at geography. But let me know what flag that is. All right. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Okay. Some pretty high level gameplay right there. Uh, oh, messed that up. All right, that was fun. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Oh my lord. So disappointing on so many fronts. But it's okay. It's okay. Stream wise, I don't know. My schedule is always all over the place. So anytime I'm not playing you again. This guy's probably just leaving quarters on his keyboard or something. I don't know when I'm going to stream again, but when I do, know that the topics will always be something that you can take away from. I'm not just streaming just to stream. Guys, watch me play my game. I genuinely, the reason why, obviously, why I started this channel or started streaming in the beginning, I was on Twitch, now I'm on YouTube, is that I wanted more people to play with. I wanted newer players. I even more wanted my close group of friends to really get into fighting games because they see the potential. They just don't understand how to jump in. It's like when you see Double Dutch going, right? And then you just don't know when to jump in without messing up the entire game. That is the analogy like I see in some people's faces. They're like, now? Maybe not. But For now, I'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Keep it classy. You'll thank me in the morning.